Hello and welcome to Patrick's Source. Many times I'm asked, how do you stay in your flow? How do you stay in your center? How do you manage to be in this world without getting too affected? There's not really a secret to it, it's a lot of praxis. And I'm happy to share with you today one of the praxis that really helps me. About 7 months ago, when I was in the Sacred Valley, I learned about the Tibetan Bon tradition and the Tsa Lung. So over the last month, I spent a lot of time looking around. What is this all about? As I resonated from the first moment, and as I felt from the first moment, this is really something simple that I could integrate in my praxis to stay in the flow and in my center. So today I want to just explain to you how Tsa Lung works. So there's 5 different movements, there is one breath, and there is a focus, a trishti that changes with each. So I'm not a master, I'm not a lama, but I love to practice. I use Tsa Lung in my daily praxis in the morning. So here it goes. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the mountains, so that restricts my breathing slightly. So what I am not able to do right now, I will explain to you hopefully in a good way. What means Tsa Lung? That was something that excited me too. So I figured out that Cha is actually the channels in our body. And we are aware that the channels are flowing through all of our systems, in our spine, the feminine and the masculine, and the divine, as I want to call it. And the Lung is the vital wind. So I love the word vital, so of course Tsa Lung won me all the way. So we're creating that level of vitality through the breath in our body. So how does it work? The first thing maybe is to look at the breath. So as I said, I will explain it all to you and do as much as I can in my limitation of almost 3,000 meters in the air. So the first thing with the breath is that we actually inhale deeply and we hold the breath throughout movements. The interesting thing is that while you move, you hold the breath. As you finish the movement, you inhale again. You hold now the breath as long as you can, and then you really push it out. Now, what's difficult for me here is to really, after this push out, to entirely empty my lungs. I will try as much as I can in a demonstration, and I will show you and explain to you how to do it if you are more at sea level or at a lower level. So let me show you how that works. So you inhale. And when you come to the end of the movement, I'll show you again. You go like, and then you exhale completely. So you can do the Tsa Lung 3 times or 5 times. The important thing is that if you do 3 or 3 behind each other, that after you exhale totally, you inhale again for the next. So you have that row of 3, and then you have a break of about a minute in between to let it fully integrate. So then the movement, so then you bring that together. The first movement is related to the throat chakra. So you put your attention on your throat chakra, and now the movement becomes important, and I show you the whole series. You put your hands in your groins, you bring your shoulders up slightly to protect the neck, and then when you inhale, you keep your breath as I have shown you. So it goes something like that. So this was 5 times now, but you can also only do 3 times in the beginning if that is easier to you. So if you were to do 3 in a row for a more thorough praxis, you would, as you exhale completely, inhale for the next. And then you go again. So this is the first movement, and I think you get a bit of an idea about the breath. The second movement is related to the heart chakra. So for that one, we bring our hands still in the groins, but our elbows are slightly down, and the movement goes like that. So this is the second movement. As I said, for a more thorough praxis, you can make 3 in a row. You start with maybe 3 movements and then extend to 5. The next movement is focusing on the navel, on the sacral chakra. For that one, you put your hands on your knees. It is similar to a Sufi grind, but it's more like a snake, really focusing on that movement around the navel. So let me demonstrate to you how it works. Inhale deeply and begin. So there's 2 movements in here. One is kind of the snake. And then as you finish, you just lift up your belly button 3 or 5 times. Still holding the breath and then inhaling after. The next movement brings your focus into your legs, into your hands, and into your head. Also very beautiful movement. So I demonstrate for you. So this is the 4th movement. And now I'm showing you the last one. The last, you put your focus into your base chakra and your sexual organs. For this one, it's easier if you have your knees up slightly. And again, I demonstrate to show you the movements. So again, you have 2 movements here. One is just moving around your hip on both sides, and the other one is finding that rhythm here. So to one direction, and then into the other. And that is the Tsa Lung. So enjoy your exploration. There will be more about this, and thank you, Ceci, for the beautiful Sansula.